Believe that? That's a long hour. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Oh my
he
God.
Man.
Long time.
Congratulations.
That's
Thank you.
cool.
is insane, right?
Insane.
You know,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
So
You know, for me, the question is, I try to use my training. 1 hour is so difficult to be sitting because when they arrive back outside, I can be left on my to the saddle. But on the training, you cannot.
yeah,
You
it's
need to
hard.
use.
Ivan, I got one thing to say, lidocaine.
Lighter King.
Yeah.
Oh,
I,
lidocaine.
I didn't use it before, but last time, you kind of reminded me. I said, you know what? Let me try it. Right? It works. So I
Yeah,
actually didn't use it until I was probably like 16 hours into it.
Oh.
Then I used it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I actually, so beside the lidocaine, so that's good. That's not prescribed, right? No, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah,
But
it's like over the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in Tribe, I actually posted a long one. It's like a comprehensive one wherein everything that I've tried and other cyclists have tried, both males and females. Okay, so if you're looking for solution, it's there. And actually, when I race in Red Bull Trans Siberian, so Pierre, who's racing across America, champion in 2016. So I was talking to him and I asked him like, how can you just sit on that saddle? And then so he told me what he does, and then so that's in that post. So I included everything there. And then and then there's also like nurses would know that like the painkiller that really just numbs it. Okay, it's topical. Okay, so so yeah, it's a long time. And so let me show you. So this is Sakthi here. How did he get to where he was, like finishing it last Saturday? So I'm just gonna give you a background of what he had done because I'm the one who's seeing his workouts. So when he started, actually, I would tell him like, oh my God, this Sakthi, he doesn't. All he was doing is that no Netflix, just looking at Garmin, making sure that he actually hits the power for like 5 hours. That's all he was looking. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sakti. Was that right? Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, this Sakti has like really strong mindset. How could you do that in 5 hours looking at Garmin? Don't you get like cross-eyed? I don't know if there's music. Was there music? Yeah, it's insane, right? It's
No music. Oh my gosh.
yeah, let me tell you. So he did the 18 hours. There's another thing about Sakti. He did not drink any coffee at all. No caffeine. I think that was also strange, at least for me who drinks coffee. I mean, how do you do that, right? So some,
Yeah.
I think it's, there's a character, there's personality, something that he probably had been doing. In terms of training, I don't know what he does, like genetically, maybe, his parents, but I do know his training is that he started with like 5 hours, right? I think that was like December. So he's
Yeah.
cycling, yeah, around there. He was doing triathlon until, like the swimming pools closed. And then, so now we have the idea, okay, so who wants to do the vEveresting? Because I was interested about that. I might as well do something different. So I tagged along and they said yes. But at that time, he has not even finished 100 miles yet.
Oh
And
my
guess
goodness.
what?
It's a big jump.
Last Saturday was the longest distance that he had completed, which was 113 miles. He said, this is the longest distance I've ever biked, 113 miles. And how much elevation was that? Was that 20,000 feet already? So
Yeah.
he had finished his longest distance on an indoor cycling, which I think it's hard. Okay, just because the mindset wise, no one's like really talking to you. Well, except for us in the chat. But so I think it's amazing because when I did my 100 miles, I'm pretty sure it was flat. It was not that crazy. Okay, so but he's like he's more of like a yes, whatever I say. I think so, right? You say yes for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. Okay, so but let me tell you, so this is one of the things that they had done, because we need to make sure that they're trained enough. So I think this was last month. So there's 15,000, 20,000, but at the same time, you know, they were also still doing other things. Some, a little bit of running, strength workouts, definitely. Of course, there's no pool, but Sakthi does have two kids. Sakthi, right?
Yep.
Two kids. I got that right. And then he has full-time job. Okay. So let me have Sakthi just share basically Sakthi. What I wanted to ask. So what I wanted to do here is more of kind of like an interview. So I want to ask you, like, why in the first place did you actually agree when I asked you, do you want to do it? So
Just want to see if I could do it, right? I mean, like you said, before I started training with you, the most I have done is like 106 miles, but that was, you know, in California, right? It was like only 4,800 or 5,000 feet.
mm-hmm.
So the distance wise, 100 miles or whatever, you know, I think I could do it. But elevation gain 6,000 was my most elevation gain. Even that 6,000 was what, 6 weeks ago, sometime in March when we did that, right?
Yeah.
So that was the most. So you basically talking about 5 times more than what I have done, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, I don't think, I trust you. I'm sure, you know, you would kind of like make sure that I have the training, I, you know, gained that elevation and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, let me see if I could do it. So even that when we did that 20,000, you know, I was, even that day I was thinking, you know what, it's like another two more hills, right? If I do it two more times, I could do the 30,000, right? But I mean, I didn't want to do it. I stopped it, but yeah, it was, you know, it was good.
So you were curious whether you can do it, right? That was the main reason.
Pretty much, yes. It's more than a curious. It's like how far can you take your mind mentally, right? How far can you push your body to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I'm sure I was able to do it, but just mentally, can I push it? Because I don't listen to music. I don't watch anything. I'm just like, you know, that looking at nothing or listening to nothing for 18 hours. That's crazy, right? I mean, your mind wanders, you know, you just wanted to see if you could do it. So yeah.
Yeah. So Sakti, he even told me that when he finished the 20,000, he even told me, you know, I can't believe that I'm actually doing it because it was only a few months ago. It was a few months ago that I can't even wash the dishes without my back hurting.
Right.
Is that right? So how long ago was that? And what else? I mean, what are the challenges that you had to, you know, we needed to make sure that it doesn't hurt, or, you know, like we talked about the injury or surgery that you had in the past.
Right. I mean, I had like 4 shoulder surgeries, 3 knee surgeries. I had 1 ankle, and I have really bad back. Right. I mean, I have herniated disc. I have spinal stenosis. So the space in my spinal cord is like literally few millimeters. It's like 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters, right? So I've been having this back pain for a long time. Like 10 years ago, when I went to my neurosurgeon, he looked at my MRI report and he said, "Your back is like a 70-year-old back, right? That's my back is bad." So a lot of times when I run and stuff, my back hurts. I don't tell you because if I tell you every pain I have, you won't let me train. Right? So I don't tell you, but I make sure that it doesn't affect me in my future training, right? I mean, these pains, I lived with pain for all my life, pretty much. So I'm kind of like used to it, right? So plus, I mean, the body maintenance, it has helped me a lot. Before, even when I did that 5,000 K elevation, I mean, my back was hurting a lot. But now, since I have done all the maintenance work and, you know, all that stuff you asked me to do, since I have done all that kind of stuff, I think that helped me a lot with controlling my back pain. I mean, I did have back pain Saturday, but it wasn't that bad. I was able to manage my pain.
Actually, when he was talking about the back pain, it's not just running. Actually, when I was teaching him swimming, even swimming, it's already hurting. Like when he kicks and he can't, you know, like for some reason he cannot connect with his hip. I said, like, move your hip, and he cannot, like, there's something going on. So something about the back and then his hip. So and we're talking about him sitting on a saddle for 17, 18 hours. He started at 6 a.m. and then there were breaks, right? So that's included that. That's a total of about 18 hours. So that's long. And I was about to sleep. Well, it was 9 p.m., but it was midnight at his place, which is Virginia. So he actually ended up like around 12:45.
Yeah.
What was, did you regret it? Are you gonna do it again? Did you like it? What was give me top 3 things of what you learned on this experience? Just top 3.
Top 3 thing is, when it comes to the day of you doing things, don't change your nutrition. Whatever you train, stick with it. Whatever your routine was, before you start riding, whatever you eat, normally, stick with your plan, right? Don't change anything. I kind of like changed it a little bit, and I kind of threw up a couple of times and stuff like that. So it was a big lesson for me, right? Don't Whatever you do it before, not that day. I know you've been telling that don't change anything when you do an Ironman or whatever race you are doing. Don't change anything, any routines, or don't try anything new. I think that was one mistake that I kind of made. But other than that, I mean, actually, to me, it was just like another ride. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel I did anything big, right? I just like feel, okay, it's just another ride that was like maybe 5-hour ride or something like that. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't, I send my stuff to that Everesting group. They approved it, right? I send you that thing. So, I mean, I just like, okay, it's another thing. Okay, what is next kind of thing for me. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that. It's just, that's just me.
Yeah. No, what we want to get from you is what you learn, because we want to learn from you. So one is nutrition. Give me 2 more things if you have anything else.
Mind plays a huge role, right? I mean, it like even if you're not feeling anything, your mind kind of tells you, hey, your knee hurts, your I don't know, toe hurts, your something hurts, or you're hungry, you're dehydrated, whatever it is. You gotta look at it. Is it really your mind, or is it actually hurting, right? I mean, so you gotta if you feel like you're cramping up, you gotta look at, okay, am I drinking enough nutrition? And then like when you take a break, do a foam rolling and stuff like that to actually see if you are really hurting, right? Sometimes when you do foam roll, it helps, and you kind of like you don't have that pain anymore, or you don't feel that stiffness. So all that kind of stuff helps, right? So that I didn't feel any pain at all during my ride, because every time I was descending, I just go there and do a foam rolling, my thighs, my quads, and hamstring and all that kind of stuff. So that helps. And you just got to focus. I mean, that's pretty much it for me.
Thank you, Sakthi.
Sure.
Just one question from Selma, and then we're gonna have Eric next. Eric is actually on the call. She's in Arizona. So Selma's asking, do you practice meditation outside triathlon, Sakthi? No.
No.
You sleep though, right?
What do you mean sleep?
No, I mean you sleep at night. I was just teasing you. I was just teasing.
Yeah, I do sleep. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you don't.
My meditation.
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, so did Selma, he answered your question, right? You good? Okay. All right. Thank you, Sakthi. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Sakthi, so much.